Hi, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for joining my live. The plan is today, I'm just answering any questions that you might have about the Korp Academy, any questions that you might have about the KorpDogs project as well. And while doing that, obviously, I'm going to sit here and just do a little bit of drawing, just in case the questions dry up. So I've just finished this sketchbook actually. This is my Art Gecko Freestyle sketchbook. It's jam-packed full of Posca pieces. Just finished this, and so yeah, I'm keen to kind of like whip through it again, just see if there's anything I can like tinker with. I always like mucking about with artwork, so yeah, that's the plan. Is that I'll just do that. Might even take some suggestions. So if anybody's got any ideas and things I can draw on top of what I've already drawn in here, like this one, I did this last time round where I just put the rainbow kind of thing bursting out of his head. So yeah, that's the kind of thing I'm going to do whilst answering your questions. So yeah, if you've got any questions, put it in the chat. I'm broadcasting on YouTube, Twitter. No, not I'm not on X actually. For some reason, it didn't go on that. But yeah, Instagram and Facebook. So whatever your preference is, go and follow me there. And do me a favor, just quickly share what you're doing, or tap the like button or something like that. Even if you're not enjoying yourself, just tap the like button. Helps out loads. Yeah, make yourself known in the chat as well. Love to know where you're from, what your name is, how you found out about what I do. Yeah, that'd be cool. Who's in already? Becky's in. Hi, Becky. Afternoon, mate. How you doing? Thank you for joining. Hope you're doing good. Only Jug is in as well. Hi, Only Jug, the goat. Thank you, mate. That's really kind. Right, let's go and find something to draw. I've got no inspiration. I don't really know where to start. So if anybody sees anything and thinks like that's going to do something with that, then let me know. Yeah. That's pretty full. Minion, can't do anything with that. Usually I have like obvious things that need to happen. Yeah, I've done a mushroom. Where was the mushroom? I've done a few mushrooms, mate. More like toadstool kind of thing, but there's a mushroom. That was a good one to draw. I enjoyed doing that one. Look, you see the little tiny. Can you see that little tiny white dot? I don't know if you can see it, but it's just there, in between my fingers, just there. Somebody commented on one of my reels for this, saying they can't believe I left that bit and didn't colour that bit in. It was really bugging them. They couldn't concentrate on the rest of the reel because of that little tiny bit. I should do Two-Face from Batman. Yeah. I'd have to be. I'm not doing a new picture today. What I'm doing is I'm taking an old picture and just doing something with it. So maybe, where's that Batman picture? I mean, that was a Batman picture, but maybe I could do something with that. I don't really want to go over that though. I could just draw Two-Face on the other side, but then it wouldn't really be Two-Face, would it? Because Two-Face is Two Faces. I'm going to add it to my list of stuff to do because I like that idea. I like the idea of having one side of the face that'd be nice and easy. Maybe Batman week. I'm always looking for themes as well. So if anybody has any ideas for themes, like broad themes that I can kind of do 5 different workshops in a week around. So for example, I did this one. This one was actually Batman week, and so I did that one, and I did the other Batman just there as well. But then I've got like drip week, and I also did minion week, robot week. So you get the idea. Yeah, you can do all sorts with it. Big up Only Jug, thank you, mate. Yeah, done mushroom. Should do Two-Face. Yeah, nice drawing, pal. Thank you, Jammer. What is this? Hi, Sahel. It's if you were here like a couple of minutes ago, I'd have explained it all. I'm here to sort of talk about Korp Academy, where I teach people to draw. So if you've got any questions about the Korp Academy, my online membership, which is like drawing tutorials. Each one of these, each page in here is less than a 1 hour step-by-step drawing tutorial, and all the videos are in the community. So if you want to join, this is the kind of content you're going to get. It's all kind of weird stuff like this. Hope that explains it a little bit. Joker would look sick. Yeah, I agree. Where am I from? I'm from the UK. I'm Stamford in the UK. What about this one? No, boring. Ghost. Can the ghost have something come? I'm going to do something coming out the bottom of the ghost. Any ideas what can come out the bottom of the ghost? maybe a couple of legs. Yeah, why not? Let's try a couple of legs coming out the bottom. Have I ever tried an editorial cartoon? Do you mean like an animated cartoon? Not really. I'm not really very good at animation. Well, I say I'm not good. I don't know. I've not really tried it. It would be on the list of things to try. So how from Pakistan? What time is it over there, mate? Is it? You must be ahead of us. It's getting like late at night there. I assume it's late at night there. Yeah, I'm gonna go and see if I can put some like weird legs in here. Let's go for something stripy, shall we? So let's have a leg coming out there. Let's do another leg coming out here. I don't know what I'm doing. We'll see. Yeah, Simos, thank you very much. Great work, really. Thank you very much. But yeah, that's cool. Nice. Glad you're enjoying it. Glad you like it. These are all the drawings that I've just kind of flicked through in this sketchbook. They're all designed to be like really accessible, so anybody can kind of draw them. That's the whole point of the Korp Academy, is like showing people how easy it is to draw. And so yeah, in there I just kind of put a few like little hacks, but it's a never-ending. It's not never-ending. It does end, but it's just a ton of drawing tutorials, or step-by-step drawing tutorials that show you exactly how to draw this kind of stuff, give you some inspiration. So anybody suffering from like art block, if you can't think of what to draw, then usually I've got something in the archive that will help you kind of get over that. Yeah, maybe I've got a different accent, so I think I've got quite an easy to understand accent. I know there's some people in the UK that have like really broad accents and might be a bit more difficult to understand. But I guess everyone says that. Right, carry on with the legs. Actually, I'm going to wait for that to dry for a little bit. I should probably let's put some shoes on. Let's put. This is definitely. I'm making this up as I'm going along, by the way. There is no plan. Normally, if I'm doing a drawing tutorial or a live session, I'll have an actual plan of what I'm going to draw. I say normally, all the time. Every time I do a drawing tutorial, I've got a plan of what I'm going to draw. But this time around, there's no plan. It is just a case of I'm just going to scribble on a bit of paper, see what happens. But yeah, any questions about Korp Academy? Any questions about KorpDogs? If you want to know about that, even though I'm not broadcasting on Twitter at the moment, I can still answer questions. Right, that's like the heel. Thanks, Sahel. Appreciate that, mate. That's the heel of the character. We're going to put the foot on. There we go. That'll do. You shouldn't colour in with a 3M. I like outlining with a 3M. This is a Posca PC 3M. I like outlining with one, but actually colouring in with one is always a little bit dangerous. Let me rephrase that. It's not dangerous. You won't get hurt, but it's the flow of the pen's just a little bit slow. So it's not great for colouring in, especially big areas. It's good for outlining, but not great for colouring in. What way should I have the other leg? Should I have the other leg pointing that way or that way? I'm not sure. It looks like the character's looking that way, so I'm going to do the leg pointing that way as well. I'm hoping as well this week to try and go live, colouring in with a 3M again, hoping to go live as well, a bit more regular this week. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled. Tap the notifications bell, depending on what you're watching on, whether it's Instagram or whatever. Tap the notifications bell if you want to be notified of when I'm going live this week. It's going to be about this time, I reckon, every day. On saying that, I might try and do some earlier sessions. I know this isn't really a good time for people in Australia. And I have quite a lot of members actually in Australia and New Zealand. Not sure why, but I do. XL5, hi mate, thank you for joining. How are you doing? Anybody that's, if you're not using your actual name in there, and I should know you, because I'm looking at XL5 and thinking, you look familiar. So if I should know you, just let me know if I should know you. First time I join you, I don't know what kind of your channel. Sorry, Sahel, I don't know what you mean there. Maybe first time I join you, I don't know what kind of your channel. This is just drawing. Just showing you how to draw stuff like this. That's all it is, and it's just the same way as I'm just drawing these feet on here. It's the same kind of thing. Jimmy D, hello mate. How are you? So anybody watching on Instagram, Jimmy D has just joined in. Go and follow Jimmy D. Yeah, absolutely insane artwork. How you doing, mate? Thank you for joining. I've known. I don't think we've ever met. But I've known Jimmy D for a long time from like a free art exhibition I did quite a few years ago, and Jimmy D was one of the people that donated to it. I used to live in an area that was quite didn't really have much in the way of art galleries, things like that, so I decided to give away loads of artwork and asked people if they were happy to give away loads of artwork, and they were. And we just had a great day, great few hours, kind of giving away loads of artwork. And Jimmy D was one of the people in there. And since then, I've just been a huge fan of your work, mate. Jimmy D's also got a... let's talk about the KorpDogs projects. KorpDogs is like my digital art project. Generative KorpDogs. There's going to be 5,000 of them when we release them. And ownership of they're NFTs. Ownership of a KorpDog also gets you access to the Korp Academy. So as well as collecting artwork, it gets you access to the Korp Academy, but not just that, it kind of you'll get like loads of airdrops and stuff like that. So it will help you grow your own NFT art collection, if that's your thing. If it's not, then you're just going to be supporting what I'm doing with creative projects, like running live art events, things like that. But yeah, the reason I was going on about KorpDogs and bringing those up was because Jimmy D is one of the stray artists. So I'm doing all these KorpDogs, and in with the pack of KorpDogs, there's 30 stray dogs, and the stray dogs are dogs that guest artists have drawn. Jimmy D's one of them. What was yours called? It was like Riot Dog or something like that, wasn't it? And it was like it was a dog with like riot gear on. It looked amazing. The crispy Batman. Yeah, crispy Batman. Look at that. It's not that crispy when you get close up to it, but it's okay. It was just a quickie. I think this was like a 40, maybe 30, even a 30-minute tutorial. Nice and easy. Right, dog. Yeah, that was it. But yeah, I enjoy the digital art side of it. So if anybody that's into digital art, head over to, I think I've got it in the ticker thing going just across here. Not this website coming up now, not that one. The next website, korpdogs.xyz. Go to that one. That one's got some details about how you can start kind of collecting digital art, supporting what I do. Can I draw a human picture? No, I don't draw humans. I draw zombies, monsters, things like that. Because if you try and draw a human, and you get it slightly wrong, it looks really weird, and you kind of like you get disappointed with what you've done. If you try and draw a zombie or a ghost or something like that, and you get it slightly wrong, it usually looks a little bit better. So that's why I kind of try and draw stuff that is easier, it's more accessible for people to draw. And I'm teaching people to draw as well. Do you know what I mean? This isn't what I would draw if I wasn't teaching. This is what I draw to show people how easy it is to draw. What pens do I recommend for a beginner to use? One of the reasons I like Posca pens is if you make a mistake, all you've got to do is wait for it to dry, and you can go and draw over the top of it. So let me show you, for example, like this one. Yeah, this one. So this was a picture I drew ages and ages ago, and it was just the blue monster. See the big tongue that we've got there? The big tongue was it was tucked away inside the mouth, didn't exist outside the mouth. But what I did was a few weeks later, and if you look in my YouTube live feed, you might actually still find this one. What I did was I then drew the tongue over the top of it, so you can draw all this pink went over the top of this blue. So and that's one of the things I like about Posca pens. So as a beginner, once you get used to the fact that you can do that kind of stuff, I think it just makes them really liberating to use, because you know that if you make a mistake, you just got to wait for it to dry and you can go over the top of it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, Posca pens would be like, that's what I'd choose. If you had to, when it comes to like which colours and that, just pick a set of 5M colours and a 3M in black. That's what I've got there, 3M in black. So that's a little bit thinner. As many colours as you can afford, really. The reality is, though, if you are just starting out, this is all you need, mate. Is that? So most, what is it? It's 40% of my online workshops. That's all you need is a couple of black pens. I like to keep things really accessible. So you don't have to spend like £50 or $50 or $100 or however much it is on art materials. You can get away with just a couple of black pens. So look at these. These are all done. Everything that's in this sketchbook is from a drawing tutorial and was just done with black pens. So, you know, and maybe a pencil. I might have used a pencil, but, you know, it's not going to break the bank. But yeah, so if you were like properly starting out, I'd tell you the best place to go, YouTube. 15-minute drawing tutorial. I think Sharpie and a fine liner, just try that out, 15 minutes and the picture's done. And I think some of them are pretty cool in there. So yeah, as a starter, a couple of black pens, that's all you need, and a sketchbook. Taking it that next level though, Posca pens I think would be my next upgrade for you. Sorry, I'm missing loads of conversations here. Bobby's World of Art podcasts are so versatile. Podcast? You mean Posca, yeah? Bit of autocorrect coming in there. Yeah. Autocorrect. I thought you were going to lead me on to podcasts, because one of the things I want to do is I want to start a podcast where I'm going to interview artists. They're going to teach me how to draw while I ask them questions about their craft, and you know, it's in the bank there. We will do that one, and that's being funded by the KorpDogs. So you know, like the digital NFT project I was just talking about. The podcasts are all coming from that. First person I'm going to interview is already booked in. Well, not already booked in. I haven't got a date, but I've already got agreement from Remus, who's a fantastic digital artist from, I think he's from up in Manchester, in the UK. He's going to be interviewed, hopefully showing me a little bit of his digital drawing. I can pick up a few of his tips and tricks, and we can find out a little bit more about him as well. So it'll be a live podcast where there's a video. But yeah, it'll be a chat as well. I think it'll be fun. Can you join as a guest? Not at the moment. I don't think I've got any free offers on. Best thing you can do if you want to join as a guest, just subscribe to the YouTube channel. There's a load of content in on the YouTube channel, which is like there's like how to draw different things on there. Check those out first, and if you enjoy those, that's when you can then think, right, okay, I'm going to upgrade. And membership starts at like $7 US per month. So I've tried to keep the cost down as much as possible. I know that's relative to, you know, where you live and what your income is, but I've tried to keep the cost down as much as possible. And like I say, the free content on YouTube is pretty good. It's definitely good value for money. My pen's running out. This is a brand new pen. How has that happened? Let's try this one. So yeah, YouTube, if you want free stuff, head over there. Free stuff on YouTube. Upgrade to Korp Academy Community for $7 a month. That gets you one tutorial a month, one tutorial a week, loads of challenges, access to the community, to the Korp Academy app as well. Then you can upgrade even again to $20 a month, which gets you like 15 tutorials every month, or over 15 tutorials every month. Depends on how much time you've got and how serious you are. Not how serious you are, but it depends on how much time you've got really to get involved. Then there's also the premium sessions. So if you want to go to premium, that's $40 a month. $40 will get you access to all of the previous stuff and all the live sessions as well. So I do live sessions on Zoom where I just get a few people in and we all draw together. But yeah, go to KorpAcademy.com to join up, to sign up. Give it a go for a month, see how you get on. 100% Gektastic. Somebody's following the Art Gecko social media channels. Unless you are one of the... Are you one of the Art Gecko people? I have no idea. Either way, thanks. Nice is on a podcast. Yeah, so okay. One of the things to do with the podcast is I want to get people. It's going to be a visual podcast, so it'll be a video as well, yeah. And because it's art, it's drawing. But I want to get people, the artists that I'm interviewing, to show me how to draw something. So I could imagine, Nice is a great guy. I absolutely love him. I've known him for a long time. He's one of my best mates in the business, and but I don't think he really draws that much. He might be able to show us some digital stuff. That might be cool, because I know he's definitely done some like writing, digital writing, and then not like a book, writing, and then show me different colorways and stuff like that. So there might be an opportunity to do that. But if you've met Nices, you will know that it will probably be like a 4-hour podcast, because he does like to talk. I've got his sticker. Have you seen his sticker down here? Look. He gave me that. Slipped it in my bag. He didn't even tell me. I just found it one day. I should probably say thank you at some stage. He's given me some stickers. But yeah, I'd love to. I don't know. It feels weird interviewing somebody who's like a close friend. Remouse. I don't know Remouse that well. I've painted with him once or twice. We've had a few conversations. We've kind of worked on the same projects and things like that. But I don't really know him that well, so I imagine the conversation will flow because I'll be inquiring about all those things that I don't know. Whereas with Nices, I don't know. We'll see what he says. I wonder if I can get him to paint one of the KorpDogs, like a giant version of a KorpDog. I tried it the other day and it didn't work out great. Yeah, River's in. Hi River, how you doing, mate? You alright? What is that as your... So your profile pic, River, I'm really liking that. That's from that like 70s BBC nuclear fallout kind of TV program, isn't it? I'm sure it is. And I love that. That image, just so spooky. I think I've got like flashbacks. I get flashbacks to it. What's going on with these legs? Are they looking all right or not? I think I need a bit. Black line needs to be a bit thicker. So this is one of the things I was telling you about. Is with Posca pens. Is if something doesn't look right, you can go and mix it up. You can change it around a bit. So what I'm going to do, see this leg here? I'm going to take this leg. I'm going to put it in front. I'm going to tuck it into this bit of fabric in here. You made that? No way. That's awesome. Nice. I'm not surprised though. River's another one. Anybody that wants to, you're looking for new art accounts to follow and you're on Instagram, go and follow River. art.byriver. Definitely worth a follow. Recommended. So yeah, look, this leg here, look, we can just whack it into that spot instead by just putting colour over here. And you see how that colour just goes over the black lines. Let me zoom in even more on that. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, you see how it just goes over there. I'm going to wait for it to dry before I go and put the lavender in. Otherwise, the lavender will just kind of it'll kind of mix. I don't mind mixing Posca pens. I don't particularly like it if I haven't done it on purpose. You can blend them without kind of taking them out the nibs. Between me and you, I'm not a huge fan of, you know, like with these Posca pens, when people say they've done Posca artwork and all they've done is like chop open the pen and use the paint and use the paintbrush, because that feels like that's just acrylic painting. That's not Posca artwork. I know you're using Posca paint. Technically, it is a Posca piece, but it doesn't. It just feels like painting. Then, for me, the skill is. I know I sound like an idiot purist, but the skill is about using the tool that you've got to kind of create your stuff. I got no issue though. You know, I'm not telling anybody how they should or shouldn't paint. You do whatever is more comfortable for you. But it's just a bit of me, like, you know, don't call it a Posca piece. Call it an acrylic painting. You know, call it what it is. There you go. Look at how that leg now just looks like it's poking out this way. I need to wait for that to dry. Put some more outlines on it. Oh, do you know what I should do? I know what I should do. I should definitely put in another leg. Let's go and do that. That'll be fun. Let's put another one here somewhere. And what about one over here? Yeah, you can see that, can't you? River, yeah. So the trick with blending Poscas is very, very wet nibs. Fat pens are usually better. So you know, like the big fat bullet tip ones. I don't think I've got any in the studio that I can show you. But yeah, the big fat bullet tip ones, I think they're called 7K or 7Ms or 8Ms, something like that. I should know it by now. But use those and go on with the dark colour first. So just kind of colour in an area with the dark colour. Before it gets dry, colour in an area with the lighter colour. And just go half into the dark, half out of the dark, if you know what I mean. And just keep on doing that. And eventually you just kind of start pulling paint around. And yeah, at some stage I'll do like a little tutorial on that, because it's a good technique to know. Cool, let's get this. I'm excited now. Now I know I'm doing something weird. Yeah, any more questions? If you've got questions about like drawing with Posca pens, about Korp Academy, about KorpDogs, about what I do for a living, about how the memberships work, even if it's a technical point of view, like what cameras do I use, stuff like that. If you've got a question, just feel free to shout out. And yeah, and if you haven't done it already, just do me a favor and just tap the like button on the feed. It helps the algorithm no end. Right, let's get some lavender on here. A little bit wet there, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of acrylic painting. And this is like a really good example of what I think what I said earlier, which was like, you know, when you got art block, joining the Korp Academy, following one of my tutorials is the best way, I think, of getting rid of art block. I mean, I would say that because that's my job, but secondly, you know, you need to be working to kind of get any inspiration. And so just by doing this drawing and just by putting these two legs in, I didn't know where this was going to go, and I wasn't particularly excited about drawing that. But just by doing that, and then all of a sudden thinking, actually, I've got a bit more space, I can put some extra legs in. I wouldn't have thought of putting 4 legs in until I put the 2 in, if you know what I mean. So it's like, you know, you gotta get started. You got to do some work before you start getting any inspiration for other like weird things to do. There is a little bit of me looking at that, thinking maybe that should be a maybe that should be hands in there. It does look a little bit like hands. I think that's too obvious though, isn't it? I'm gonna stick to my feet idea. There we go, a little heel. I'm going to colour it in with another pen in a minute. Oh, that's a terrible one, isn't it? That's a really fat foot that I've done there. Oh well. Yeah, do you know what, River? I would have drawn the long gangly arms and hands, but I'm a bit anti-hand. I find hands a little bit difficult to draw, and a little bit difficult to teach. So I tend not to teach them, because I think most people get kind of disappointed if they can't draw a hand properly. So I don't draw hands that much. I can draw hands. I'm okay with drawing hands, especially like zombie hands and weird hands. I mean, one of my digital art releases, it was 555 different hands. So yeah, I can draw hands, but they're just overrated. I don't bother drawing them too much. But that doesn't mean it wasn't a great idea. It is a great idea. And I read somewhere about a collab. Would love to collab sometime. Yeah, I agree, mate. I've just done a collab on a digital collab. If you go to X, formerly known as Twitter, if you go there, there's a I've just done a Beeves NFT. So a digital beaver. The Beeves is a digital project, art project. Load of beavers with different traits, I guess. And so I've done my version of a beaver. I'm really quite happy with how it's turned out. But yeah, you have to go to X, Twitter, to see that one. But mate, let's talk about a collab. I'm more than happy with that. If you want to start something off, send it to me. I'll finish it off. I'm cool with that. Or I can start something off. Let me know what you're thinking and send me a DM, and we'll start something off with her. What do you like to draw then if you don't like doing hands? I mean, there's more to life than hands. Let's just go through this sketchbook, shall we? Because I just want to wait for that to dry before I go and do anything with it. But this is what I like to draw. So like that's like retro style, no hands. Oh, look at this one though. There's a hand. Probably not the most complicated hand, and you know, not anatomically an accurate hand, but you know, it's a hand. But I've done a shark. The shark's got hands, so I can draw hands. But they're just a little bit messy, I find, so I don't bother drawing them. There you go, like flippers. Technically, that's a hand. I've not really done the rest of the arm sticking out there, but technically that's a hand, like fingers just kind of grabbing the head like that. And yeah, the hand fits the aesthetic. That's exactly right, mate. Yeah. So you know, I like those hands that are just real simple and easy to draw. And to be fair, I like artwork that's simple and easy to draw. Look at that, 3 cats. This is a half an hour drawing tutorial. Really nice, quick and easy, but looks really cool. Anybody can draw that. The steps that I go through just show you how easy it is to draw that as well. No hands. Look at that. Batman hands behind his back, so I don't have to bother drawing the hands. Another one, hands are off the page. Don't have to draw the hands. So you can kind of draw. I think that's what the Minions arms do look like. The end of the arms. I'm not sure. But yeah, again, no hands. No hands. No hands. I did do. So I've done hands week. Every week I have a different theme. One week the theme was how to draw hands. Let's go and get to that, and I can show you. Look, there you go. And so I draw hands, but like with a real kind of basic, easy to follow twist to it. And the thing is with hands as well is that they come in so many different angles and different connotations. Yeah, I like to just keep it simple, and it adds another half an hour to a drawing tutorial if we want to draw some accurate hands, and everyone just gets disappointed. So yeah, don't bother. Yeah, look at them, no hands at all. Another toadstool. Right, let's get back on. I'm just going to quickly outline this, and then I'm going to show you. Thank you very much for joining, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope I've answered a few questions. Like I said, I'm going to try and go live a little bit more regular this week. So if you've got any questions, burning questions about how to use Posca pens, what paper I use, anything about the Korp Academy, save them up for this week. Keep your eyes peeled, and we will go live again a few more times. Yeah, exactly, mate. I can draw hands. It's just a ball ache, and it's just setting yourself up for failure. If you can draw a character that doesn't actually need any hands, then just draw a character that doesn't need hands. You know, it's not like missing out the face. If you miss out the face of a character, that's quite an important part of getting its personality across. You can get plenty of personality across without putting hands on, like, you know, hands in pockets. That says quite a lot about the character you're drawing. How are we looking here? Just tidying up a few of those lines. That's looking all right. That's looking weird enough. Okay, I'm going to finish off with a few little white reflections. See if I've got a white pen that actually works. All about the face, mate. Dead right, actually. So one of the things I always say to my students as well is, you know, just get the eyes right. Anything else, it doesn't really matter too much. As long as you get the eyes right, you're good to go. Like these eyes, like really expressive eyes. And the finishing touch, those little tiny white bits in the eyes, just to make them wet, just brings them alive. If you don't put those white bits in, they kind of look a little bit dead, which is cool if you're drawing a zombie or a monster or a vampire, something like that. But if you're trying to draw a character that's got a little bit of personality, that kind of jumps off the page a little bit, then you want to put those little reflections in. Look at these reflections in the feet. Just make the shoes look shiny. Just a little stripe. And it's done. I do feel like I probably should have done some around the back as well, but yeah, I ain't bothering with that. Do you sell your pieces as originals? Yes, mate, I do. I didn't put the website on for where I sell my stuff, but if you go to corporate.co.uk, I sell my stuff there. Let me see. Hang on, I'll reach a few. No. So all of these, I've got a storage system. Let's call it a storage system at the back there, which just keeps all my artwork in. So these are some of the for sale ones. So I'm just going to quickly whip through some of these, show you a few of these, and then we'll end the session. So and again, a lot of these are from drawing tutorials. So we've got some Five Nights at Freddy's stuff, some zombies, some flowers, and Borderlands piece. And this is all kind of Korp Academy stuff. All of those, yeah. Even that one, that's a 1 hour drawing tutorial. I show you step by step how to draw that in just 1 hour. Love that kind of stuff. What else have we got in here? I've just put some new stuff in here, so. My storage system is just a Posca box. So here's some more. That's the kind of stuff you can do with Posca pens, you can get some like kind of realistic stuff. I know it's got a big old worm in there, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit tidier than just piling it on the shelf. It's in a box. It's kind of stored away, keep the dust off it and keep them all safe. So this is like, these are Korp worms. These are the things that I draw for fun. These are my own things. So all of these are for sale as well. So there's a little mix of Korp Academy stuff, which is signed with DMK, and then my own stuff. Talking of which, I've not signed this one. Let me just quickly put a signature on this one. Just used the dead pen as well. That was clever. Let's get rid of that. But there you go. Nice. Yeah, River, when it's on cardboard with a white border, just looks magic, don't it? So just putting that little white border all the way around just brings it off. It separates the foreground from the background. It's got that kind of street art sticker feel to it as well. And just that beautiful natural tone of cardboard. Not only does it look great, but it's sustainable as well. So you're not kind of getting like brand new sketchbooks or having new paper made. You're just kind of taking stuff that's, you know, already out there. You know, I hardly recycle any cardboard here. We've got cardboard bins in Stamford that are meant to be for like clean paper and clean cardboard, and I'm like, again, that's just my storage system. That is. Thanks, River. Yeah, mate. Go to corporate with a K.co.uk. Have a little look around there, mate. If you can't find it, just send us a message and I'll dig out a link for you. But yeah, thanks a lot. I hope you've all enjoyed this. If you want to find out more, just keep following, send us a message, comment in the feeds, and we'll see what happens. Thanks a lot. Same time tomorrow, maybe. Roughly the same time. Cheers for joining in. I'll speak to you all soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.